Hi everybody. Today we're going to make a quick video after this about how to make coffee with an Aeropress. And to me, the Aeropress is probably one of the best tasting coffees you can make. It really does a great job. And there's a lot of great ways. There's a lot of, the pour over makes better than a drip. And there's all kinds of pour-overs, and the pour-overs are wonderful. The Aeropress, I mean, it sort of looks, I don't know, it's a funny little plastic tube with another thing. But it really makes a really good coffee. And it's one of the ways when I'm testing coffees that I will do it as a pour-over to see what it tastes like and use like the Chemex or the Hario. Or then I will put it through and do it with the Aeropress, all to see how it tastes in the different ones. And it does. Believe me, when you do, just a plain old drip coffee pot versus one of the pour-over methods or an Aeropress or something like that, the taste is totally different. I don't know how I can express that strongly enough. We have a phenomenal, really good home model drip brewer. And if I take the same coffee from the drip brewer and I do it in one of the pour-over methods or the Aeropress, you'd say, no, that's not the same coffee. It's that different. But anyway, this one's going to be about how to make coffee with an Aeropress. Hey everyone. What we're going to do today is show you how to make coffee with an Aeropress. And if you haven't seen one, this is I'll go through the parts of it. This is the bottom filter. Okay, and you have to put this little round filter into here. This is the basic unit. Okay, and you see 1, 2, 3, 4. This basically screws into the bottom like that, which will then go on top of the coffee cup like that. This is just to fill it. Okay, this is the scoop. I know basically how much I put in basically to the one. Okay, and of course we have the hot water up here. I've already weighed it. It's a relatively simple process, and it really makes probably one of the best tasting coffees. And what you're going to do is the grind is pretty much like you would for an espresso. Very fine, not quite as, but very fine. And you can use this scoop right here, and you just pour it in and give it a little shake to flatten it out. Well, it's not hard, but there are a couple steps. You're also going to want, with the Aeropress, your water to be a bit cooler, somewhere in the 175, 180 range versus all the way boiling. I mean, boiling you really shouldn't do boiling, I don't believe. But so what you're going to do, and it doesn't take very long at all, you're going to take your water, and there's different ways. You can do this and bring it all the way up to number 4, or you can do like I do, which makes sort of like an Americano. So what I'm going to do is make sort of a shot in here, and then add the hot water after. And I've done this before, so I know about, from my taste, where I want to have it. So I'm going to fill this with water just up to the top of number 2. That's it. Now, this little gizmo, it's like a stirring type thing, and it's made specifically for this. See how the edges are angled? So you take this and just stir. You're going to stir for about 10 seconds, say. You just want to make sure that all the grounds are done. And don't do like I just did. I left that on. So we're going to take that off. And just... Okay, so now we've made our stir. Wash that off. And you're going to take this part with the plunger and put this in here. And you want to do this slowly. So you're going to apply pressure to it. And you'll see you want to just be forcing it through. but very slowly. You want to take about 30 seconds or so to get this all down. So you'll start to feel resistance in it. And what you're doing is just forcing it through, sort of like a espresso maker does. Only this is a little bit different because you're doing the force. And very shortly you'll hear, you might be able to hear, the air will be going out. Yeah, I don't think you'll be able to hear it. But what you're doing is you're just going to finish it off, and it forces all the water under pressure through. And that's basically that, okay? So there you have, it's very strong coffee. There's other things you could do with this too if you wanted to. This is just, I'm going to have an Americano this afternoon. So you're going to take this off, like right away, and I'll show you what the puck looks like once I take it out. And you want to do this right away. Okay, there's the coffee puck. So it's solid. You've forced it all the way through. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that don't wait on this. Take it over, clean it out, let her dry out. Then you can take your coffee, add as much water as you want. And that's an Aeropress. Like I said before, you can take it, and if you want to go more exact, you can put your coffee in. You can use varying amounts depending on if you're making 1 cup or 2 cups, and then adjust it, or you can go all the way to here. There's other ways too where people make it upside down. This is just the easy, simple way to do it. Make it over your cup. Takes no time at all. Hope it helps. Hope you get one. Really makes a really good coffee.